Hi everyone, it's Leslie here from Music Bugs Northampton again. So we are getting ready to start our live virtual sessions next week, and obviously the first thing that we always use in our classes is our instruments. Lots of you will have instruments at home, I know that, but there'll be some of you that don't, and there'll be some of you that have never been to our classes before and might be like, I haven't got any of this, what are you talking about? So if you came to the Christmas event and you got egg shakers, great, but otherwise I'm going to show you how to make a few different things using the stuff you've got in your house. So generally in our classes, when we look at our instruments, we usually have things we can bang, although this one actually you can shake as well. But yeah, so things we can bang and then things we can shake. Okay, and so I'm just going to give you a couple of tips on things that you can use at home. So first of all, things we can bang, really straightforward. You might initially go, oh, what can we do? But the more you think about it, the more you'll find that you've got in your house. Okay, so I've just literally had a quick scout around for the last, I'd say, 5 minutes going, right, what have I got? Now, I have got quite a bit of clutter in my house, I'm not going to lie. It's one of those I'll get to it jobs. Maybe I will now, you never know. But so obvious thing, straight away, things you can bang. Saucepan, this is one of my really old ones, so it doesn't matter if it gets a bit of a bashing. Saucepan and a wooden spoon, okay? Really loud. Okay, bit loud actually. But yeah, really loud, and it's a really good, effective way of making a noise. So you can obviously do that straight away. If you wanted to, you could also look at different things and see if they make different sounds. Onto the side. If you really wanted to, you could even, particularly when you've got older ones, talk about how the different materials make different sounds as well. So there's your first idea, obviously, for things that you can bang. Now, obviously, we're not a million miles away from Christmas, so some of you may have tins, okay? And obviously tins, you can make a great sound on them. And you can actually even use elastic bands and stuff to turn them into a bit more than that. We might do a video about that another time. But yeah, so tins are a really easy one. Okay, in an ideal world, they'll be empty. If they're not, I would suggest you tape around them. And I'd suggest duct tape would be the best tape to use, because once that's on, it's usually quite hard to get off. I cannot for the life of me find mine at the moment, so but a bit of sellotape round. It doesn't have to be empty though, I should point out. We just discovered our tin still has Christmas biscuits in. They are still in date till May, so I'm going to eat some Christmas biscuits tonight. But yeah, so, oh, got a lovely cinnamon smell there. But yeah, so you can do some banging like this. Okay, that's nice and easy. And again, you don't need to put much effort in to make the sound there. So that's a really good one for younger children and babies where they haven't got that coordination to hold things and bang yet. Just a simple straight flat hand is making a really good effective noise, so they'll get the feedback straight away. So that's a really good idea. Some other things actually my girls came up with, and they were going to be in this video and they've just scarpered and changed their minds. So we've had a birthday in the house recently. We have got some paper clips left over. So my eldest, she suggested a cup and a spoon that you could do a little gentle tap with. That's a softer sound as well, so if you're having one of those days where you don't want quite as much noise, that might be a nice way of doing it. And also 2 cups. You can either bang straight onto a flat surface or together. Okay, and if you wanted, you could even tape them together and make your own little drum kit. Okay, so and likewise, if you're feeling really ambitious, you could have a saucepan, a tin, some things, some paper cups, things like that to bang. Another thing that we came up with is there's probably quite a few of you with a plastic bin like this in the house somewhere. This has come out of Emily's bedroom. It is empty for a change. But yeah, this will make a really nice big drum. Okay, so if I'm just going to move myself back a little bit. We're good, like flat down, and obviously, so straight away there, if I line those all up, you'll be able to see all of the different sounds we can make. There we go. So if I go hands. Okay, and again, if you're using your spoons, So yeah, drum kit straight there. So that's really straightforward. So I'll just move those out the way for you, and I'll pop that there, because that will be an excuse not to put her rubbish in the bin if I don't give it back to her. Whilst we've got the spoons out, and we may actually do this with some of our songs as well, because it's pretty much something that I imagine everyone has in the house. Spoons actually make a really nice sound when they're tapped together. See, like this? Okay, so if we were doing something like Everybody Do This, it's a really good way. We can do really gently. We can go really quickly. We can go really slowly. Okay, so that's a really good way. And again, actually coordination-wise, you're really focusing on trying to get those to hit together, but you have still got quite a big surface so that they're going to achieve that. So yeah, so that's the first thing there with those. So I think that's kind of gives you an idea of things you can bang. I'm looking around my kitchen here now, dining room, going, actually there's plant pots behind you up on the windowsill. What else have I got dotted around? We've got a play market stall. That would be a great little drum kit if I use some chalk to draw some circles on there. All that sort of thing. So there's loads you can do there. So the next thing we move on to then are things you can shake. And again, this is really straightforward. So I'm not trying to teach you to suck eggs, but I'm just trying to give you ideas when you're sort of pulling your hair out a bit. Okay. So I have actually got in my house right now, I've got about 30 of these, because we were going to use them in our Easter sessions, which obviously are going to be slightly different now. But you can get these. These have come from Hobbycraft, but Poundland have got shed loads in at the moment as well. So I'm not expecting you to go out and buy anything, but you can get these really, really cheaply. And obviously fill them up. So I'm just going to open these ones up. There we go. Just pick up now. There we go. And now these ones are actually larger ones. They generally do smaller ones, like 30 for £1 or something. But yeah, these ones are a bit bigger, because my intention was to put the little candles, the flickering candles inside, and we were going to have a glow session, and we were going to have an Easter egg hunt with the flickery eggs. And yeah, so that's what we were going to do with them. Now, obviously, you may want to do that yourselves at home as an idea for Easter. But yeah, so literally open it up. Now, obviously, the first thing you initially think is rice. Rice is going to make a great sound in that. However, I am conscious that rice isn't always available right now, and if it is, you might not want to be wasting it on shakers. So there are loads of other things, and obviously the same goes for pasta. But yeah, there are loads of other things that you might have around your house that you can use. So if you've got slightly older ones, you might have hammer beads or ironing beads. They are going to make a great sound. Now, I'm not going to open that tub just at this moment, because I know when I do, I'm going to get about 1,000 beads across the place, because I always manage to. But yeah, so there. So you could use a shaky egg, and you can fill it up with hammer beads. The other thing, and I haven't actually tested this, I'm going to do this on the film, is Lego. This is one of my daughter's Lego sets we haven't done yet. We might do it later on. But again, if you've got bigger ones, just a few of those smaller pieces of Lego. Just get a couple more in there. It can make a really good sound. Now I'm just going to stick this back together. And again, there you go. Got a shaker. Okay. And obviously you can actually make a few of these, because you're getting quite a few in a pack. You can make a few of them with all different things inside, and then you're going to have loads of different sounds, shaky eggs. That is something that you can literally use in every single session. So yeah, there's an idea. Now, what I would say is, if you're using anything like this, it goes without saying they need to be supervised, particularly if there's small parts inside. And again, glue gun if you got one, fantastic. If not, tape. Okay, tape all the way around, just to make it extra secure, because the last thing you want is to sort of pop into the kitchen, make a cup of tea, come back and find rice all over the floor, or someone eating Lego or sticking it up their nose or something. Okay, so yeah, so that's an idea for some shakers. Now, you don't need to go out and buy anything. You will have loads in your house. So some of the things you might want to use that you might not have thought about. Loads of you have got babies, so baby bottles. Now, lots of baby bottles have got the lid on the top, haven't they, that you can use instead of the teats if you were trying to put milk in the fridge and things like that. But even with the teat in there, and if you put some, I'll put some Lego in there again just because it's open. put there. Now I actually don't have the lid to this because Poppy has pinched it for feeding her babies amazingly. But you imagine the lid's inside there. Again, you've got a really good shake. And because babies, they're designed for babies as well, you know that it's quite easy for them to hold. So yeah. So there you go, baby bottle. That might be a really good idea to make a shaker. What I would say if you're using a baby bottle is make sure that that is tight as anything and they're not left alone, because obviously their first instinct is going to want to be drinking it. So just keep a very close eye on that. Another thing you might not have thought about, Play-Doh pots. Again, lots of you I imagine will probably have Play-Doh at home. I'm just going to take the Play-Doh out. For once we've got a pot of Play-Doh where the colours haven't been mixed. Amazing. Okay, and I'm going to open the hammer beads. Let's see how much mess we make this time. Okay, as you can see, we've got a collection of reds on the top there and then some other ones. So let's see how many yeah, they're going everywhere. There you go. I mean, I don't know why I hoovered, to be honest with you. I mean, can you see? Yeah, great. But yeah, I'm going to pick up some of those. There we go. And we'll pop the lid on. So straight away, where's my shaky Lego? See? Okay, different sounds. Okay. Other things you might have around the house, or that you might start to find you've got lots of. Toilet roll tubes. Okay, you just need to make a cover with some paper on the end, glue it round, elastic band it round, fill it up with some bits and bobs, same on the top, shake, 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 shake. Simple Tupperware pot, literally just a Tupperware pot with a lid on. There. And then if you literally haven't got any of those things, especially if you're still in the really early baby days and things like that, and you just want to make a noise, you might have one of these. You might have a coffee cup. Now if you've got one that's got a closable lid on, some of them have open and close, then there's nothing to stop you putting some beads in there or something. We should put some of them in this way. There we go. Okay. Completely different sound. And obviously standard bottles. So my two conned me out of a fridge milkshake bottle. So yeah, so you can put shakers in there. Let's see what sound that makes. Put some of these in there. Now I have actually got a bag of rice here, but I'm not opening it yet in case we need it. So there we go. There you go, just to give you an idea. You can obviously use any bottle, shampoo, washing up liquid, baby oil, you name it, you could use it. So I hope that gives you a few tips about really easy things you can make. We will use instruments in all of our sessions. So if you make them right at the beginning, you're going to use them for all of our virtual sessions if you're joining us. So it's worth doing. And you can obviously make this into a much longer activity, because then you can decorate the bottles. Okay, so you can decorate with Sharpie type marker pens, stickers, glue and paper, so it can sort of create a bit of an activity for you too. Some of the other things you might not have thought of that you can put inside are things like sand. I was thinking compost maybe, even if you're looking at the garden. I'm not sure how much sound you get from that. Give it a try though. But yeah, and it's another way of exploring different textures and different sounds of things as well. So you can always have a bit of a science experiment going on there too. So I hope that helps. And I will let you know more about what we're going to be using in our first session a little bit later. Take care everyone, and there'll be lots more videos to come about things that we can do together.